everyone, and welcome to Chapter 2 Club's Smart Woman's Guide to Breakups and Everything After. Today, I'm here with licensed marriage and family therapist Jen Loft, and we're going to be talking about how to navigate the social media world with our children. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hi, Melanie. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Let's jump right in and talk about how to navigate the social media world with our children.
Okay, I love this topic and I also hate this topic because it is so complicated and it's so real and something that we're all dealing with all the time, especially, I don't know, it feels even harder right now with so many of our kids distance learning. There are a ton of great resources out there, really talented people who have spoken at length, a lot of good movies. I love the Like movie, if you're able to watch that with your teens. I guess it's a show, Social Dilemma. I kind of loved that. Kind of made me nauseous at the same time. So I hated it. I also thought that that was really valuable. My sort of overarching thinking about teens and social media is really that this is a part of their landscape and kind of ours as well. And it is something that they're going to have to be contending with. And so our goal for them is that they are conscientious consumers. And that by conscientious, I mean that they're thinking through when they want to be consuming social media, how and what, and that they really for themselves are kind of leading the charge on that it's not controlling them. So that means that they understand both intellectually that, TikTok and YouTube and all these other things have these sort of diabolical algorithms, if you will. And I think that that's kind of funny. And I like to use humor with the kids, but these diabolical algorithms that can predict exactly what TikTok or what YouTube is going to be most compelling to them after that last one ends and is going to hook them in so that they see that this is what's happening. Kids don't like to be manipulated or feel like other people are controlling them. So we want them to have that awareness so that they can then figure out and learn how to choose how they want to use social media so that it really is working for them. So aware if it isn't working and they're, taking in a whole bunch of Instagram and it's making them feel badly about themselves, that they can alter that. I think what's really important and what's really hard is to maintain that awareness. So our teens are with us for a fairly short period of time, and we want to help them get to this place where they can kind of take on and take over this pretty monumentous task of using social media to their benefit kind of before they leave home. So we don't want them to turn 18 and graduate or move out or go to college or whatever and have never had to do this themselves, because they won't know how, because it is hard. It's hard for us as adults even. So we want them to be able to take on that task. But that span of time between, when they get social media to when they're 18, that's really where we want to pace along with them, giving that back to them, but from a perspective of having them thinking through what their values are. So what I'm often doing with my own kids and encouraging other people to do is to have these ongoing conversations with their teens about what their values are. So that means, like, what do you think about these diabolical algorithms? Like, what's it like for you when you meant to watch for 10 minutes, but then you've looked up and it had been 2 hours and now you were supposed to be in math class and you weren't, or whatever it was, right? So we can tell them that that was, bad and wrong and everything else. And then we're just, another adult going, wah, wah, wah. Or we can say, hey, what did you mean to do? What's working for you? What isn't working for you? So we're really guiding that path and trying to release the task for them. It was hilarious to me. And I think you might have added the image that I sent to you when Melanie asked me if I would talk about this, that honestly, that exact same day, I had ordered this clear lockbox for my own kids, which is funny. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm, I don't know, compulsively honest as well. But this is a process and it isn't neat and it isn't easy. And so I got this box and I put all my kids' stuff in it. And I told them, hey, I don't want to battle with you. My kids aren't ones to like they are not going to fly off the handle, and I'm not going to get in a huge power struggle with them about this. That's going to, end in a bunch of super dysregulated behavior. They were kind of just like, oh, we can't open this thing. What are we supposed to do here? So what I saw with my own kids is that with the distance learning, especially, they just aren't there yet. So these devices of theirs are so compelling, and they just plain don't have the impulse control quite yet to what I termed with them, get their ducks in a row before they open them up. So I locked them up, and we had a good conversation about, okay, here are your goals, because they're my goals, but they're theirs too, in terms of getting all of your work done, hygiene, self-care, chores, that sort of thing. Then you can have your devices. So I did want to share that, because this process with parenting our kids isn't always neat and easy. And I think we can have our overarching philosophical goals, and then sometimes where the, how does it go? Where the rubber meets the road, something like that. Like the practical application, like this isn't really always all that pretty or a straight line.
Yeah.
But we're still trying to get there.
Totally. And I'm so glad that you have that box, and I want to get myself one too, because I have the hardest time myself and for my kids to control that social media usage. So it really is a struggle, and we're not alone. And it's great to see that even experts such as yourself struggle with those same things at home with their kids. So
maybe I should put my phone in the box too.
I think it's really important. Instead of just, disciplining our kids and just telling them what we think they shouldn't do, is having that conversation with them, which I totally agree with, and letting them kind of buy in on, what the rules and regulations should be around their own usage. I think that's great. Having them have ownership and take responsibility for it. So great tips. Thank you so much. And thank you to our audience out there for tuning in. And you can find more resources on our website at chapter2club.com. And we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.